What's up, guys? Today I'm going to show you my personal preference for 2023 Flight Sims. This game was actually released in early 2000s, 2010, I want to say max. Uh, so the minimum specs on it for PC are pretty low. Um, but I'm going to explain to you what this game is, how it works, just kind of break it down for you. So this is going to be called Aces High 3. It's a World War II land, sea, and air simulation. As you can see, there's different colors. You've got orange in here, yellow in here, green in here. This is going to be rooks, bishops, and knights. These are going to be the different countries. If you play the game, which I highly recommend, if you enjoy World War II simulations, war sims, there's not any first-person shooting unless it's in a vehicle. Uh, so if you're expecting a run and gun, you're not going to get it with this. But at the top of it, you're going to see how it says playing for the rooks. That's your country. To change your country, you go to O Club, change country, and pick the one you want. I would leave this unselected. All right, so in the tower, I'm going to show you here on the map, you've got different bases. So these bases right here, hold on.
Works in a E20. Yeah. The whole page.
So in these bases, sorry, I had to get somewhere where there was no range chatter. So in these bases right here, you're going to see these little lines. If you're familiar with air fighting games, dog fighting, any kind of air simulation, you'll know that those are runways. What that little dot is right there is that's a town. That town is pivotal in taking this base or any base. What you have to do is you have to go in. Each base is guarded by anti-air guns. You have to go in, disable the anti-air guns. It's best to disable hangars with it, along with ordnance and the town. Once you get the town down, the base will go white flag, and you can take the base. The more bases you have, the bigger chances you're going to win the match. Here in roster, you can see how many players we've got online each country. Bishops are taking the lead right now. Knights aren't too far behind, and we're getting stomped.
Alert.
So
they are engaging our fields.
Well, here we go. So I'm gonna come over here with the rest of these fellas and join in on their attack. I'm not a very good dog fighter at all, but just for time's sake, just to get over there kind of quick, I'm going to select my plane loadout here, and I'm just going to go ahead and take off. For my sim setup, I'm using the Cytec X56 HOTUS, or this might be Logitech. Either way, I'm using the X56 HOTUS. Good setup. The throttle likes to press buttons randomly sometimes. There's a lot of buttons, a lot of keys, so there's a lot of key binding there. Go ahead and turn whip on here. So sometimes I'll be flying along and my engine will just shut off, for my flaps will start coming down, or worse than anything, it'll start lowering my landing gear, which is very frustrating, especially when you're flying at 300 mile an hour and it'll just rip your plane apart out of nowhere. So it's kind of frustrating. So if you do get the X56, it's good for the most part, but you can expect to have those problems. So what I'm doing right now is I'm going and I'm getting this guy right here is a teammate. Obviously, that guy's red. He's bad. That bigger plane symbol means he's in a bomber. And if he's in a bomber, he's most likely going to have uh, a larger aircraft, being like a B-24, B-17, B-29s, Lancasters. They have smaller bombers, but they're not real commonly used. So that little fighter right there is chasing that bomber, and looks like we've got a sandwiched guy over there. Teammate right there in bomber's enemy, and friendly fighter chasing that bomber there. We've got another one launching there. So it looks like what they're doing is they're going to try to launch an attack here, but they're getting a little scattered. So I'm going to go ahead and break off this way and help this guy go get these bombers over here. All right, so he got him. All right, so we're going to turn back, head back this way a little bit, and go assist over here. One thing I like about the game is the camaraderie, just the chit chat with these guys. Some of them have real piloting experience. And one thing that we like about this game is not all planes or vehicles in this game have bad texture like this one. Some of them actually have really good texture. But the owner of the game is sick and in the hospital right now. So, or just got out of the hospital. So there has been very little updates to the game, but he said he plans to make updates soon. So we're hoping for that. But even as the game is, I'm content playing it. One, my computer runs it great. Sometimes it'll get up even to 105 frames, and which is awesome. As you can see right there at the bar right there, I have very little video memory being used right now, which is another thing I love. And again, just talking to these guys, seeing how they are, and hearing about their experience and flying with them, to see their actual flying skills. The physics in this game are pretty legitimate. If you go down too fast, blood rush. If you go up too fast, blackout. Uh, Obviously, like any flight simulation, if you don't know how to fly a plane and you're rolling and flopping all through the air, eventually you're gonna, it's gonna stall you out. Your movement does determine your speed. So it's not going to be like War Thunder where you can climb straight up for 5 minutes. It's not like that. Not like that at all. Oh, looks like we got 18. So see, we just captured that field. So it looks like we're back on the move. But y'all get to see some of the gameplay, kind of how the game works. What's up, fellas? How y'all been? Good job on 18. So one thing that I like about this also is that there's two channels. Each channel has a Vox. Nobody is on my Vox right now. Nobody in the squad's there. But you have range and channel. You can change your channel here. Me autopilot. And let's go here. See if anybody's on here. Yes. What's up, fellas? How you doing?
What's going on? That little 820 coming out over the water, I think it's an 820.
I like fat, juicy things. That looks like it's going to be a Lancaster, sir.
Even better. Bigger target.
So we're just going to destroy this guy's airplane real quick. Oh, stalling. I got him.
You single? The guts are trying to get out of there. That boy ain't right. It is.
Lancasters are down. Now I'm going to go over here and hit the space.
Oh, we got a TV spawning 19
That one right there.
We're gonna have to kill everything. We're gonna have to kill everything at 19 and that port.
I'm going to go over there and start deacking guns. Oh, there's a CV sitting there. We ought to sync that.
I'd probably park one there.
One thing I do like about this, guys, is that it's some of these the map will change every so often. You'll get a different map. Whoever wins the war, uh, obviously, will set the new map off. But one thing that I do like about these maps is that it's huge. It is huge. You can see my airspeed right here, uh, or right here.
A lot of times the fish will run that boat up the south side onto this base.
And you can see how slow I'm going across this map.
Got it. Australians getting up in the over the ocean. Somebody said we knew where that boat is. Own CV-28.
They also have a lot of the iconic aircraft in here, like your P-51 Delta, your P-51 Bravo, your B-29, your B-17, and B-24 bombers. The B-25, famous American B-25, is in here. Spitfires, Corsairs, LA-7, the BF series, FW series, two of the LA series, the ME series, a few of those. The ME series being the ME 163262 and the ME 410, I believe. They have the BF 109s. They also have the BF 110s. The newer 110 in here is going to definitely be the one I go with, and that'll be actually what I'm flying next. It is an amazing aircraft, monster machine.
Now, whoever's near you, stay out of 21 door. We're going to try and flatten that real quick. It's going to be an NOE mission. So, what's his name that's near you? Both you guys go into 19 star ring.
Copy that. Hey, whoever I got in range, listen, squad mate.
Dad near you. I'm too far from him to radio.
Hey, Dad, I got to tell you, buddy, stay out of 21's DAR range. They're going to NOE.
Overlap between 21 and 19 star.
It's going to be a quick take, so try to stay out of the DAR ring. Don't alert them to it. I was asked to tell you that, sir. Copy, your message has been relayed, sir. Not a problem, buddy, not a problem. See, so like that, team correspondence is a big part of winning this game. Blue, you need to turn your DB up a little bit there, buddy. Teamwork and communication is a key aspect to winning this game. I mean, absolutely 100% key.
Oh, now we gotta find the trees. No light. Find some trees behind.
I got a visual on the lengths, boys. No worries. All right, so now we're going to intercept these Lancasters right here. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yep, I see him. Well, the gun shouldn't be too scary then. Yak fighters are actually very nimble and very fast. So what we're going to try to do is get some altitude here, get the advantage over him. And level back out here. Oh, yep, he's still going up. All right. Get him out my side window so I can keep an eye on him. Oh, Facebook. All right, I think we're just about same altitude. All right, we're going to level off here and get some speed. Ooh, got another aircon low. Bomber's low, going over water. Lanks. On the shoreline. We're going to try to intercept them here real quick. Death. Oh, man. Oh, he didn't damage nothing. That's good. Oh, crashed into a wing. Well, that's no good. All right, we're going to go back into 51 and all right, Mr. Iconic 51. See, some of the texturing is a little better. Oh, no, I lied. I said I was going to do the 110. I sure did. These Hurricanes, I love them. They're slow, but man, they're good planes. Here we go. Monster craft right there, buddy. Monster craft. Shoots all cannon rounds. Monster. Bomber killer all the way. This thing will take a bomber out the sky like it's nothing. Oh, what am I doing? Break, 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 break. We're going to take off from this field right here. It's a lot closer. Just save a lot of time. Fellas, I'm going to up in a 110 and play bomber intercept for the night. I'm normally flying the bombers, but this time I want to shoot them down. Did y'all see my video on Facebook where I killed Weasel with my B-17 out of his Lancasters? It was amazing. You ought to check it out. Excuse me. Yes, sir. It's in the Aces High group. You'll see it. So right now, look, we're on the move. Let's see see, we're coming back up. Got some players on, and we're all kind of spreading out, taking this little area. Right now, most of our energy is being focused right here. We're going to trade some altitude for speed, get around this mountain. Even though we ain't got much altitude to trade off, we're going to save our weapon. We'll use it just for a minute. Like to get risky, fly along the treetops. One thing I would recommend if you get a flight sim is get familiar with rudder pedals, and definitely go with pedals. I use Z-axis twist on the joystick, and it doesn't quite do it for me. You know, it's very hard to be precise, and so whenever you go to rudder one way, it's even slowly, it's kind of jagged. And it's going to be like that on any game. Microsoft Flight Sim, War Thunder, Aces High 3, which in my opinion is going to be the better one. Not graphically speaking, but it's going to run on any computer pretty smooth. It's only $15 a month to play, and like I say, the guys in here, we all like to give each other a hard time. Whereas War Thunder, there's no voice communication. And Microsoft Flight Sim has absolutely no combat in it. At least in this, you do a lot of taking off, flying. You know, you got to know some flight dynamics. You also have the option of tanks. No helicopters. No helicopters. And there's one PT boat. See those little candles out there? Is going to be that base right there. Going to be 19. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut across this shoreline right here. Going to level out at about 2,500. We definitely want to catch some speed. Give myself a few feet just to work with if I have to drop down. You never know. Where are we at with the ACK on the field? So it looks like we got somebody who's pretty he's pretty persistent. Oh, he got off that runway quick, didn't he? He might be flying 234s. It's going to be a perk bomber. One you got to have points for, but you get points in game. All right, so we're going to try to avoid the fighters here. Looks like a lot of our guys are retreating. They're heading back. All right. We're going to try to rush it. Look for these bombers here. And there they are. I see them. Son of a bitch! Gotta love it. Anyway, folks, that's going to be all for my Aces High. Just to show a little bit of the gameplay, you know, try to get some more players in here and get the community up again. So, anyway, that's all for me, folks.